1. All right, let's dive a little deeper into this 1979 Chevrolet Camaro, shall we? First off, can we just take a moment to appreciate the fact that this car has been around for over 40 years? That's right, this Camaro has seen it all, from the rise of disco to the fall of the Berlin Wall. But despite its age, this car is far from being a relic. In fact, it's been given a new lease on life thanks to some serious upgrades and modifications. Let's start with the engine. This Camaro is packing a massive 454 cubic inch V8 that's been built to deliver some serious power. We're talking about a high-performance valve job, hooker headers, and a Holley Avenger 870 carb that'll make this car roar like a beast. And with only 1,000 miles on the build, you know this engine has plenty of life left in it. But it's not just about raw power. This Camaro has been built with performance in mind from top to bottom. The transmission is a built turbo 350 with a B&M shifter, so you can rip through the gears with ease. And with a 3.73 Dana Posey rear end and heavy-duty leaf springs, this car is ready to handle whatever you throw at it, whether you're tearing up the drag strip or just cruising down the highway. Now, the seller is upfront about the fact that the interior needs some finishing touches, and the paint is driver quality. But in our opinion, that just adds to the charm of this classic ride. It's not supposed to be a pristine show car, it's meant to be driven and enjoyed. And with a little bit of elbow grease and some personal touches, you could really make this Camaro your own. Other nice touches include frame connectors for added rigidity, a new master cylinder, brakes and brake lines for improved stopping power, and a mini-high torque starter for reliable starting. And with an AM/FM stereo with iPod connectivity, you can cruise in style while jamming out to your favorite tunes. At the end of the day, this 1979 Chevrolet Camaro is a true classic that's been given a new lease on life. It may not be perfect, but it's got a ton of character and potential. And at just $13,500, it's a bargain for any serious car enthusiast who appreciates the raw power and style of American muscle. So if you're looking for a project car that's ready to hit the road, this Camaro might just be the one for you. 2. Get ready to feast your eyes on this incredibly rare find. A 1977 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme sedan that's currently up for grabs on Craigslist for just $6,000. This beauty is a true survivor with only one owner who took meticulous care of it throughout its life. First off, let's talk about just how rare this car is. The sedan model was the lowest production Cutlass Supreme in 1977, with less than 1% still remaining today. Finding one in original condition, rust-free and running is like stumbling upon a leprechaun with a pot of gold. It just doesn't happen very often. But this Cutlass Supreme is the real deal. The owner was an electrician by trade who took great pride in maintaining this car, and it shows. The exterior is in exceptional shape, with no dents, dings, or rust to be found. The chrome bumpers are pristine, and all the trim pieces are intact and looking great. Even the glass is in good condition with no pits or rock chips. Inside, the interior is just as impressive. The bench seats are in exceptional shape, with no rips, tears, or stains. The carpets and headliner are original and in very good condition. And let's not forget about all the creature comforts this car offers. Power seats, windows and door locks, rear defroster, AC, and even a push-button AM/FM radio. Check out the trunk photo to see it. Under the hood, you'll find the bulletproof 350 engine that Oldsmobile is known for. This car fires right up and has good compression in all cylinders, and the transmission shifts smoothly through all gears. Plus, with plenty of room under the hood and readily available parts, maintaining this car is a breeze compared to today's vehicles. The car has recently undergone a thorough inspection and has had some new parts installed, including a battery, hoses, plugs, and wires. The distributor, brakes, and alignment have also been done previously. The only recommendation is to replace the water pump bearings, but a new water pump has already been purchased and is included with the car. Now, the seller is upfront about the fact that this car was owned by their former business partner who recently passed away. As the executor of the estate, they are looking to find a good home for this beloved Cutlass Supreme, preferably with an enthusiast or classic car collector who will appreciate its rarity and beauty. And with receipts confirming that the car has been driven less than 1,000 miles in the past 13 years, it's possible that the odometer reading of 15,184 is the actual mileage. At the end of the day, this 1977 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme sedan is a true gem that's sure to turn heads wherever it goes. It's a beautiful piece of automotive history that's been meticulously maintained and is just waiting for the right owner to come along and give it the love and attention it deserves. So if you're in the market for a classic car that's sure to stand out from the crowd, this Cutlass Supreme might just be the one for you. 3. Get ready to drool over this stunning 1977 Chevrolet Monte Carlo that's currently for sale on Craigslist. This beauty is dressed in a striking red paint job that's sure to turn heads wherever it goes. And the best part? It can be yours for just $12,500. First off, let's talk about the condition of this Monte Carlo. The seller describes it as being in like-new condition, which is pretty impressive for a car that's over 40 years old. With just 90,000 miles on the odometer, this car has been well maintained and cared for throughout its life. The clean title is just icing on the cake, giving you peace of mind that this car is ready to be enjoyed without any legal hassles. Under the hood, you'll find a powerful 8-cylinder engine that's ready to roar to life. And with rear-wheel drive, this Monte Carlo is sure to provide a thrilling driving experience. The automatic transmission makes it easy to cruise down the highway or navigate city streets with ease. But let's be real, the real star of the show here is the gorgeous red paint job. The seller describes the car as being very sharp, and we have to agree. The lines of the Monte Carlo are classic and elegant, and the red paint just makes it pop even more. This is the kind of car that's going to get you noticed everywhere you go, whether you're cruising down the strip or pulling up to a car show. Inside, the interior is just as impressive as the exterior. The seller doesn't go into too much detail, but based on the photos, it looks to be in great shape. The seats look comfortable and well-maintained, and the dashboard is clean and free of any cracks or damage. This is the kind of car that you'll love spending time in, whether you're taking a long road trip or just running errands around town. Now, the seller is asking $12,500 for this beauty, which may seem like a lot at first glance. But when you consider the condition of the car, the low mileage, and the fact that it's a classic Monte Carlo, it starts to look like a pretty good deal. The seller is even open to reasonable offers, so if you're serious about making this car yours, it's definitely worth reaching out to discuss pricing. One thing to keep in mind: the seller is only accepting calls, no codes or texts. They've provided a phone number, 41782783333, where you can reach the owner directly to ask any questions you might have about the car. This is a great opportunity to get more details about the car's history, maintenance records, and any other info you need to make an informed decision. Overall, this 1977 Chevrolet Monte Carlo is a true gem that's sure to make any classic car enthusiast weak in the knees. With its stunning red paint job, low mileage, and clean title, this car is ready to be enjoyed by its new owner for years to come. So if you're in the market for a classic ride that's sure to turn heads and provide endless fun on the road, this Monte Carlo might just be the one for you. Don't miss out on this opportunity to own a piece of automotive history. 4. Get ready to feast your eyes on this incredible 1972 Ford Ranchero 500 that's currently up for grabs on Craigslist. This beauty is a true California original, and it's loaded with features that are sure to make any Ranchero fan weak in the knees. And the best part? It can be yours for just $15,000 or best offer. First off, let's talk about the heart of this beast, a 351 Cleveland motor that's ready to roar to life. Paired with a C4 automatic transmission, this Ranchero is sure to provide a smooth and powerful driving experience. And with matching numbers, you know this car is the real deal. But the engine is just the beginning. This Ranchero has been lovingly maintained and upgraded over the years with features like a new 2 BBL carb, Petronix ignition, no more pesky points to deal with, and even factory air conditioning that's been converted to R134 for modern convenience. The exterior of this Ranchero is just as impressive as the mechanicals. The body is perfectly straight with no rust or dents to be found. The original gold glow metallic paint is still shining bright. And the factory soft tonneau bed cover, while not in the best condition, is a rare and desirable feature. The original vinyl top is also in great shape, adding to the overall vintage charm of this ride. Inside, the interior is still in good shape, with just some minor cracking on the dashpad, easily covered up with a carpet dashpad cover. The seller has even installed a universal underdash heater to keep you warm on those chilly California nights. And with power disc brakes and power steering, this Ranchero is easy and comfortable to drive. Other cool features include a Class 3 trailer hitch, perfect for hauling your toys, working lights and gauges, even the tachometer, and a fairly new battery dated 2022. The factory AM radio still works, and there's even a mono FM converter added on for more listening options. Now the seller is upfront about a few minor issues. The clock isn't working, and the tires on the car are old, but still have plenty of tread life. However, they do have another set of 4 wheels with newer tires and 2 different styles of wheel covers available if needed. With just under 47,000 miles on the odometer, believed to be original, this Ranchero has plenty of life left in it. It even comes with the original spare tire, still holding air, and jack lug wrench. The seller is asking $15,000 or best offer for this beauty, which is a steal considering its rarity and condition. The car comes with current registration and a clean title in the seller's name and is being sold as is with no warranty or guarantee. If you're interested in making this Ranchero yours, the seller is happy to answer any questions via email. Just click the reply button at the top of the page. They're also willing to take you for a drive in the car to show off its features and performance. Overall, this 1972 Ford Ranchero 500 is a true gem that's sure to turn heads and provide endless fun on the road. With its powerful engine, smooth transmission, and vintage charm, this car is the perfect addition to any classic car collection. Don't miss out on the chance to own a piece of automotive history. 5. Get ready to be blown away by this absolutely stunning 1981 Lincoln Town Car that's currently up for grabs on Craigslist. And when I say stunning, I mean it. This beauty is in excellent condition and is sure to turn heads wherever it goes. And the best part, it can be yours for just $7,800. First off, let's talk about the mileage on this town car. With just 27,777 miles on the odometer, this car has been barely broken in. It's clear that the previous owners took great care of this vehicle and didn't put a ton of miles on it over the years. That means you're getting a car that's in incredible shape, both inside and out. Under the hood, you'll find a powerful 8-cylinder engine that's ready to roar to life. And with rear-wheel drive, this town car is sure to provide a smooth and comfortable ride, no matter where you're headed. Whether you're cruising down the highway or just running errands around town, this car is up for the task. The seller doesn't provide a ton of details about the car's features or options, but based on the photos, it looks to be loaded with all the luxury features you'd expect from a Lincoln Town Car. The interior looks to be in great shape, with plush seats and plenty of room to stretch out and relax. And with a clean title, you can have peace of mind knowing that this car is ready to be enjoyed without any legal hassles. Now, I know what you might be thinking. A car this nice with such low mileage for just $7,800? There must be a catch, right? Well, I'm here to tell you that there's no catch. The seller is simply looking to find a new home for this incredible vehicle, and they're offering it at a price that's sure to get it sold quickly. In fact, the seller seems quite confident in the car's condition and value. They even say quite incredible in the ad, which tells me that they know they've got something special on their hands. And when asked if they have any more info on the car, the seller responds with, "Given that I own it, there's a good chance," which tells me that they're knowledgeable about the vehicle and are happy to answer any questions potential buyers might have. So, is this town car still available? As of right now, it seems to be, but I wouldn't wait too long if you're interested. A car like this at this price is sure to get snatched up quickly. And if you're thinking about making an offer without seeing the car in person first, the seller has a clear message for you. Come see this beauty for yourself. They want serious buyers who are willing to come check out the car in person before making a decision. Overall, this 1981 Lincoln Town Car is an absolute gem that's sure to make any classic car enthusiast weak in the knees. With its low mileage, excellent condition, and luxurious features, this car is the perfect addition to any collection or just as a daily driver for someone who appreciates the finer things in life. And at just $7,800, it's an absolute steal. So if you're in the market for a classic ride that's sure to impress, this town car might just be the one for you. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity. 6. We've got a real treat for you. A 1978 Mercury Cougar XR7 that's currently up for grabs on Craigslist. This beauty is priced at $9,600, and let me tell you, it's worth every penny. First off, just take a look at this car. The white exterior is absolutely stunning, and the blue interior is a perfect complement. It's clear that this Cougar has been well maintained and loved throughout its life. The seller even goes as far as to say that they've never seen a nicer XR7, and we're inclined to believe them. Under the hood, you'll find a powerful 351 V8 engine that's sure to get your heart racing. And with just 49,506 miles on the odometer, this car has plenty of life left in it. Plus, with a clean title and an automatic transmission, you can hop in and hit the road without any worries. Now, let's talk a little bit about the history of the Mercury Cougar. This particular model was in production from 1977 to 1979, and it was available in two versions, one of them being the XR7. These cars were known as personal luxury coupes, and they were designed to offer a perfect blend of style, comfort, and performance. If you're interested in seeing this car for yourself, it's currently located at Atomic Motors Classic in Henderson, Nevada. That's just a short 20-minute drive from the Las Vegas Strip, so why not make a day of it? Give them a call at 702-826-3811-X2 or 702-556-0888 to schedule a viewing. Of course, as with any used car purchase, it's always a good idea to have the vehicle inspected by a trusted mechanic before making a final decision. But based on what we can see in the photos and the description provided by the seller, this 1978 Mercury Cougar XR7 seems like a real gem. So what are you waiting for? If you're in the market for a classic car that's sure to turn heads and get your adrenaline pumping, this Cougar might just be the one for you. Don't miss out on this opportunity to own a piece of automotive history. 7. We've got a real treat for you. A 1972 Pontiac Luxury Lemons that's currently up for grabs on Craigslist. This beauty is priced at $12,000 or best offer, and let me tell you, it's got some serious potential. First off, let's talk about what's under the hood. This Lemons is rocking an original 400 CI engine paired with an original TH400 transmission. That's a seriously powerful combo. And with just 121,751 miles on the odometer, it's still got plenty of life left in it. The seller even mentions that they have all the owner's documentation, service records, and receipts since 1981, which is a huge plus. Now, I know what you might be thinking. 121,751 miles? That's a lot. But here's the thing. This car has been well maintained throughout its life. The fuel has been treated with stable, and the seller has the original 2-barrel carbon intake in a box, along with the original air cleaner. Plus, the car is currently fitted with a 4-barrel quadrajet intake and carb, which are highly sought after by Pontiac enthusiasts. But let's be real, this car isn't perfect. The seller mentions that it needs a new battery to start, and it's been sitting for just over a year. There's also some body work that needs to be done, including a small rust bubble on the driver's side door and some bubbling under the vinyl roofing at the base of the rear window. And let's not forget about the dent in the driver's side quarter panel, deck lid area, caused by the previous owner backing up into a boat. But here's the thing. These are all relatively minor issues that can be fixed with some elbow grease and a bit of cash. And when you consider all the other great features of this car, like the Rally 2s with BF Goodrich radial TA tires, the HD Trans Am front sway bar, and the Thrush glass pack exhaust, it's clear that this Lemons has a ton of potential. So if you're in the market for a classic car that's got some serious power and style, this 1972 Pontiac Luxury Lemons might just be the one for you. Sure, it needs a bit of work, but with the right owner, this car could be an absolute showstopper. Don't miss out on this opportunity to own a piece of Pontiac history. 8. All right, let's take a closer look at this 1968 Plymouth Barracuda. As a car enthusiast, I can't help but get excited about the opportunity to own a piece of automotive history like this. The Barracuda was Plymouth's answer to the Ford Mustang, and it quickly became a favorite among muscle car fans. This particular example is a coupe model, which means it has a sleek, sporty profile that's sure to turn heads. Under the hood, you'll find a 318 V8 engine, which is a solid choice for a car like this. While it's not the original motor, it still packs plenty of power and should provide an exhilarating driving experience. The Dynamax exhaust system is a nice touch too. It'll give the car a distinctive growl that'll let everyone know you're coming. Now, I do want to be upfront about the condition of this Barracuda. The seller has listed it as fair, which suggests that it's not in perfect shape. There's a leak from the water pump that's prevented the car from being driven for almost 2 years, so it's definitely going to need some work before it's road ready again. That being said, if you're handy with a wrench and you're looking for a project car, this could be a great opportunity. The odometer reading of 65,000 miles is a bit of a mystery since the seller mentions that it's broken. It's possible that the actual mileage is higher, so that's something to keep in mind. The brown paint color might not be to everyone's taste, but hey, that's what custom paint jobs are for, right? With a little imagination and some elbow grease, you could transform this Barracuda into the muscle car of your dreams. One thing that's definitely in this car's favor is the clean title status. That's always a good sign when you're buying a used vehicle, especially one that's over 50 years old. The automatic transmission is also a plus if you're not comfortable driving a manual. At the end of the day, this 1968 Plymouth Barracuda is a classic car with a lot of potential. It's not going to be a turnkey solution. There's definitely some work that needs to be done to get it back on the road. But if you're passionate about old-school muscle cars and you're willing to put in the time and effort, this could be an incredibly rewarding project. And with the seller open to negotiation on the price, who knows? You might just be able to snag this Barracuda for a steal. If you're serious about making an offer, I'd recommend reaching out to the seller and arranging to see the car in person. That way, you can get a better sense of its overall condition and decide whether it's the right fit for you. Who knows? You might just drive away with a genuine piece of American automotive history. And let's be honest, how cool would that be? 9. We've got a real treat for you, a 1974 Ford Ranchero that's up for sale on Craigslist. This beauty is priced at just $9,900, which seems like a pretty sweet deal for a classic ride like this. First off, let's talk about the condition. The seller has listed it as excellent, which is always a good sign. It's clear that this Ranchero has been well loved and cared for over the years. The seller mentions that they've owned it since 1978, so you know it's been in good hands for a long time. Under the hood, you'll find a 351 Cleveland engine, which is a seriously powerful motor. The seller says it runs strong and great, so you can expect plenty of get up and go when you hit the gas. And with just 178,388 miles on the odometer, this Ranchero still has plenty of life left in it. One thing to note is that the engine was rebuilt at 149,215 miles, which is a big plus. That means you can have peace of mind knowing that the heart of this beast has been given a new lease on life. The paint color is listed as custom, which suggests that this Ranchero has been given a unique look that's sure to turn heads. I don't know about you, but I love a classic car with a bit of personality, and it sounds like this one has it in spades. Now, the ad does mention that the drive is FWD, which seems a bit odd for a Ranchero. I'm not entirely sure if that's accurate, as most Rancheros were rear-wheel drive. It's possible that the seller made a mistake when listing the details, so that might be something to clarify if you're serious about making an offer. The transmission is automatic, which is great news if you're not a fan of rowing your own gears. And with a clean title status, you can feel confident that you're getting a car with a clear history. Overall, this 1974 Ford Ranchero seems like a fantastic find. It's in excellent condition, has a powerful engine, and a unique custom paint job that's sure to make it stand out from the crowd. Plus, with a price tag of just $9,900, it's a lot of car for the money. If you're in the market for a classic pickup that's sure to put a smile on your face every time you get behind the wheel, this Ranchero is definitely worth checking out. Why not reach out to the seller and arrange to see it in person? Who knows? You might just drive away with your new favorite ride. 10. Alright, let's dive a little deeper into what makes this 1967 Ford Galaxie 500 such a special car. As a fan of classic American automobiles, I can't help but get excited when I see a gem like this pop up for sale. The Ford Galaxie was a full-size car that was produced from 1959 to 1974, and the 500 model was the top-of-the-line trim level. In 1967, the Galaxie 500 underwent a redesign that gave it a more streamlined, muscular look. This particular car is a prime example of that redesign, with its sleek blue paint job and classic lines that just scream 60s cool. But the Galaxy 500 wasn't just about looks. It was also a serious performer. The 390 cubic inch V8 engine that powers this car was a force to be reckoned with, churning out an impressive 315 horsepower. That's more than enough power to get your heart racing and your adrenaline pumping every time you get behind the wheel. And speaking of getting behind the wheel, let's talk about the driving experience. The automatic transmission means that you don't have to worry about shifting gears, so you can just sit back and enjoy the ride. The Galaxy 500 was known for its smooth, comfortable ride, thanks in part to its advanced suspension system. It's the kind of car that you could easily take on a long road trip without feeling fatigued or uncomfortable. Of course, no car is perfect, and it's important to keep in mind that this is a vehicle that's over half a century old. While the seller notes that it's in good condition, it's always a good idea to have a classic car inspected by a professional before making a purchase. That being said, the fact that this Galaxy 500 has no rust and no dents is a very good sign. It suggests that it's been well maintained and stored properly over the years. At the end of the day, the decision to buy a classic car like this one comes down to personal preference and priorities. If you're looking for a reliable daily driver, then a 1967 Ford Galaxy 500 might not be the best choice. But if you're a collector or enthusiast who appreciates the history and craftsmanship of vintage automobiles, then this car is definitely worth considering. The $8,500 price tag may seem steep at first glance, but when you consider the rarity and condition of this Galaxy 500, it starts to look like a pretty good deal. You'd be hard-pressed to find another example of this car in such good shape with so few miles on the odometer for less than $10,000. So if you've been dreaming of owning a classic piece of American muscle, and you've got the garage space and the budget to make it happen, why not take a closer look at this 1967 Ford Galaxy 500? It's a car that's sure to turn heads and start conversations wherever you go, and it's a tangible piece of history that you can actually own and enjoy. Who knows? It might just be the start of a lifelong passion for classic cars. 11. We've got a real treat for all you British sports car fans out there. I'm talking about a 1977 MGB that's currently up for sale on Craigslist, and let me tell you, this little red roadster is a real head-turner. First things first, let's talk about the price. The seller is asking $5,000 for this classic beauty, which is a pretty fair deal considering the condition it's in. The ad mentions that the car is in excellent shape, and based on the description, I'm inclined to believe it. Under the hood, you'll find a rebuilt 4-cylinder engine that's got less than 3,000 miles on it since the rebuild. That's practically brand new in the world of classic cars. The seller notes that the engine runs great, which is exactly what you want to hear when you're considering buying a vintage roadster like this. The car has been repainted in a stunning shade of red, which is the perfect color for a sporty little convertible like the MGB. The paint looks shiny and new in the photos, so it's clear that the seller has put some serious effort into making this car look its best. One interesting detail that the seller mentions is that the car has been fitted with a Weber carburetor, which is a popular upgrade among MGB enthusiasts. However, the original Zenith Stromberg carburetor is also included in the sale, so you've got options if you're a stickler for originality. The tires are said to be in great condition, which is important for any car, but especially for a lightweight sports car like the MGB. You want to make sure that you've got plenty of grip on the road, especially when you're throwing this little roadster into the curves. Speaking of curves, let's talk about the convertible top. The seller notes that it's in very good condition, which is great news for anyone who wants to enjoy some open-air motoring. There's nothing quite like cruising down a winding road with the wind in your hair and the sun on your face, and this MGB looks like it's ready to provide that classic sports car experience. Now, there is one little detail that's worth mentioning. The seller notes that the odometer has rolled over, which means that the actual mileage of the car is unknown. This isn't necessarily a deal breaker, especially for a car that's over 40 years old, but it's something to keep in mind. Overall, this 1977 MGB looks like a fantastic opportunity for anyone who's been dreaming of owning a classic British sports car. The rebuilt engine, fresh paint, and excellent condition of the car make it a standout among the many classic cars that are out there on the market. If you're looking for a fun and stylish weekend cruiser that's sure to turn heads wherever you go, this MGB might just be the perfect choice. Of course, as with any classic car purchase, it's always a good idea to have the vehicle inspected by a professional before you make a final decision. But based on the information provided in the ad, this 1977 MGB looks like it's been well cared for and is ready to provide its new owner with many miles of happy motoring. So if you've got the garage space and the budget, why not take a closer look at this little red roadster? It might just be the start of a beautiful friendship between you and one of the most iconic sports cars ever built. 12. We've got a classic American muscle car that's sure to get your engine revving. A 1975 Chevrolet Nova that's up for grabs on Craigslist. This bad boy is priced at $6,600. And while it may not be in pristine condition, it's got a lot of potential for the right buyer. First off, let's talk about what makes this Nova so special. Under the hood, you'll find the original 350 V8 engine, which is a true powerhouse. Paired with a 4-barrel carburetor and an automatic transmission, this car is built for speed and performance. And with rear-wheel drive, you'll be able to feel every bit of that power as you tear up the road. Now let's talk about the condition of this Nova. The seller notes that it's in good shape, but there are a few things to keep in mind. The odometer has rolled over, so the actual mileage is unknown. The seller states that the car has 263,000 miles on it, which is a lot for any vehicle. However, it's important to remember that classic cars like this one were built to last, and with proper maintenance, they can keep running strong for many more miles to come. The exterior of the car is currently in primer gray, which gives it a bit of a rough and tumble look. Some buyers might see this as a downside, but for others, it's a blank canvas just waiting to be transformed into a work of art. Whether you want to keep the primer look or give it a fresh coat of paint, the possibilities are endless. Inside the car, you'll find front bucket seats and a rear bench seat, which is a classic configuration for a muscle car like this. The interior may show some signs of wear and tear, but that's to be expected for a car that's been around for over 45 years. One thing that's worth noting is that this Nova is being sold as is, which means that the seller is not making any guarantees about its condition or functionality. It's important to keep this in mind and to have the car thoroughly inspected by a professional before making a purchase. On the plus side, the seller has owned this Nova since 1985, which suggests that it's been well cared for over the years. The fact that it has a clean title and current registration is also a good sign, as it means that there are no outstanding legal issues with the car. Another advantage of this particular Nova is that it doesn't require a smog certification, which can be a hassle and an added expense for classic car owners in some states. Overall, this 1975 Chevrolet Nova is a true classic that's sure to turn heads wherever it goes. It may not be in perfect condition, but it's got a lot of character and potential. For the right buyer who's willing to put in some work and give it some love, this Nova could be a real gem. Of course, as with any classic car purchase, it's important to do your due diligence and have the vehicle thoroughly inspected before making a final decision. But if you're looking for a vintage muscle car with a lot of history and a lot of heart, this Nova is definitely worth a closer look. So if you've got $6,600 burning a hole in your pocket and a love for classic American iron, why not take a chance on this 1975 Chevrolet Nova? With its powerful engine, iconic styling, and endless potential for customization, it's a car that's sure to provide plenty of thrills and excitement for years to come. Who knows? It might just be the start of a lifelong love affair with one of the most legendary muscle cars ever built. 13. We're taking a closer look at a 1978 Oldsmobile Toronado Brougham that's currently up for sale on Craigslist. This gorgeous black beauty is priced at $11,000, and let me tell you, it's worth every penny. First off, can we just take a moment to appreciate the sleek, stylish lines of this Toronado? The black paint job is absolutely stunning, and it looks like it's been very well maintained over the years. This car just oozes sophistication and class from every angle. Now let's talk about what's under the hood. This Toronado is powered by a beefy 403 V8 engine that's paired with an automatic transmission. That means you've got plenty of power at your fingertips, but you don't have to worry about shifting gears yourself. It's the best of both worlds. Inside the car, you'll find a luxurious interior that's loaded with features. The leather seats are power adjustable, so you can find the perfect driving position with ease. Plus, you've got a factory AM/FM stereo radio to keep you entertained on those long drives. One thing that really sets this Toronado apart is its low mileage. With just 83,861 miles on the odometer, this car has barely been broken in. That's incredibly low for a car that's over 40 years old, and it's a testament to how well it's been cared for over the years. Now, I do want to mention one thing that potential buyers should be aware of. This Toronado has a rebuilt title, which means that it's likely been in an accident or sustained some kind of damage in the past. However, the seller notes that the car still looks, runs, and drives great, so it seems like any issues have been properly addressed. Overall, this 1978 Oldsmobile Toronado Brougham is a fantastic opportunity for anyone who loves classic cars. It's got a great look, plenty of power, and a luxurious interior that's sure to impress. Plus, with such low mileage, you can be confident that this car has plenty of life left in it. If you're interested in making this Toronado your own, the seller is offering shipping options to make the process as easy as possible. And if you want to see more photos or get more information, be sure to check out their website. At the end of the day, if you're in the market for a classic car that's equal parts style and substance, this 1978 Oldsmobile Toronado Brougham is definitely worth a closer look. It's a rare find with its low mileage and rebuilt title, but it's clear that it's been well loved and well maintained over the years. So if you've got the garage space and the budget, why not make this black beauty your own? You won't be disappointed. 14. We've got a real treat for you. A 1975 Lincoln Continental Mark IV that's currently up for grabs on Craigslist. This beauty is priced at $15,000, and let me tell you, it's worth every penny. Now I know what you might be thinking. A car from 1975? Is it even in good condition? Well, my friends, the seller has assured us that this Lincoln is in tip-top shape. With only 43,002 miles on the odometer, it's clear that this car has been well maintained and cherished by its previous owner. Under the hood, you'll find a powerful 460 V8 engine that purrs like a kitten. And with an automatic transmission, you'll be cruising down the highway in style and comfort. Speaking of comfort, the plush velour burgundy cloth interior is an absolute dream. You'll feel like royalty as you sink into those 50/50ths power seats. But that's not all. This Lincoln is fully loaded with all the bells and whistles you could want. From the factory AM/FM stereo radio to the tilt steering with cruise control, every feature is designed to make your driving experience as enjoyable as possible. And let's not forget about the air conditioning, a must-have for those hot summer days. One of the things that really sets this Lincoln apart is its rare color combination. The silver exterior is absolutely stunning, and when paired with the burgundy interior, it's a match made in heaven. And can we talk about those factory carpeted original floor mats? They're still in great shape, which is a testament to how well this car has been cared for. Now, I know the price tag might seem a bit steep, but trust me when I say that this Lincoln is worth it. With only one owner and a clean title, you can rest assured that you're getting a quality vehicle. Plus, it's been garage kept, so you know it's been protected from the elements. If you're in the market for a classic car that's sure to turn heads, then this 1975 Lincoln Continental Mark IV is the one for you. Don't miss out on this opportunity to own a piece of automotive history. Head on over to Craigslist and check out the listing for yourself. And if you're not in the area, don't worry. Shipping is available, so what are you waiting for? Get behind the wheel of this incredible machine and experience the luxury and style that only a Lincoln can provide. Trust me, you won't regret it. 15. We've got a real gem for you. A 1973 Ford Ranchero that's up for grabs on Craigslist for just $15,000. And let me tell you, this baby is in fantastic condition. First off, can we just take a moment to appreciate the fact that this Ranchero has been so well maintained over the years? With 145,005 actual miles on the odometer, you might think it would be showing its age. But oh no, not this beauty. The seller has made sure to keep it in tip-top shape, and it shows. Under the hood, you'll find a powerful 302 engine that purrs like a kitten, and with an automatic transmission, you'll be cruising down the highway with ease. The seller has even gone the extra mile and replaced the gas sending unit, so you won't have to worry about any pesky fuel gauge issues. But that's not all. This Ranchero has been treated to a host of new upgrades that make it even more irresistible. The tires are brand spanking new, so you can hit the road with confidence. And with a new battery, you won't have to worry about getting stranded on the side of the road. The mag wheels add a touch of style and sophistication, while the new wiper blades ensure that you'll have a clear view of the road ahead no matter what the weather brings. Inside, the seller has even replaced the seatbelts, so you can ride in safety and comfort. And with rear air shocks, you'll be able to haul whatever you need without breaking a sweat. The only thing that doesn't work is the air conditioner. But hey, who needs AC when you've got the wind in your hair and the sun on your face? Now, I know what you might be thinking. Is this too good to be true? But rest assured, my friends, this Ranchero is the real deal. The seller even says that you can drive it anywhere. And with no oil leaks and a smooth ride, you'll be able to do just that. So if you're in the market for a classic car that's been lovingly maintained and upgraded, then this 1973 Ford Ranchero is the one for you. With a clear title and a price tag of just $15,000, or best offer, it's a steal of a deal. But don't wait too long. This baby is sure to go fast. In conclusion, if you want a car that's got style, power, and reliability, then look no further than this incredible 1973 Ford Ranchero. It's the perfect combination of classic charm and modern upgrades, and it's just waiting for the right owner to come along and take it for a spin. So what are you waiting for? Head on over to Craigslist and make this Ranchero yours today. 16. We've got a real blast from the past for you. A 1984 Chevrolet Monte Carlo that's up for grabs on Craigslist. This baby is priced at $9,500, and while it may not be in perfect condition, it's still got plenty of potential for the right buyer. Let's start with the good stuff. This Monte Carlo runs and drives, which is always a plus. The seller has put in some work to keep it on the road, including a new battery, alternator, brake line, and brakes all around. They've also replaced the taillight and front signal lens, so you won't have to worry about getting pulled over for a busted light. Under the hood, you'll find a gas-powered engine with rear-wheel drive, which is exactly what you want in a classic car like this. The transmission is automatic, so you won't have to worry about shifting gears while you're cruising down the highway. Inside, the seller has made some upgrades as well. The headliner has been repaired, and there are some newish rug mats to keep your feet cozy. The speakers have been replaced, and the original radio is still in place, so you can rock out to your favorite tunes while you're driving. Now let's talk about the not-so-good stuff. The seller admits that the car has some hail damage, which is a bummer. There's also a rip in the driver's side seat, which might need to be repaired or replaced. The paint isn't perfect either, with some imperfections here and there. And if you look closely, you might spot a little surface rust near the tires. But here's the thing. This car is almost 40 years old, so some wear and tear is to be expected. And with a little TLC, you could have this Monte Carlo looking and running like a dream. The seller has included some nice extras too, like wire wheels and the original set, 2 sets of keys, and the owner's manual. And with 150,000 miles on the odometer, this car has probably seen some things in its day. So if you're in the market for a classic car with some character, this 1984 Chevrolet Monte Carlo might be just what you're looking for. It's not perfect, but it's got potential. And with a price tag of $9,500, it could be a steal for the right buyer. Just remember, as with any used car purchase, it's always a good idea to get a professional inspection before you buy. But if everything checks out, you could be the proud owner of a piece of American automotive history. So what do you say, car enthusiasts? Is this 1984 Chevrolet Monte Carlo worth a look? Let me know in the comments below, and happy car hunting. 17. Have I got a treat for you today? The San Diego Automotive Museum is selling some of its donated cars to the public, and one of them is a stunning 1971 Cadillac Fleetwood 60 Brougham. This beauty is up for grabs at just $12,600, and let me tell you, it's a steal. First off, can we just take a moment to appreciate the fact that this car has only 45,775 original miles on it? That's right, this Fleetwood is a low-mileage gem that's been well preserved over the years. It's clear that the previous owners took great care of this car, and it shows in every detail. Now let's talk about the good stuff. This Fleetwood runs and drives well, according to the museum. That means you won't have to worry about any major mechanical issues or costly repairs right off the bat. And with a powerful 8-cylinder engine under the hood and a smooth shifting automatic transmission, you'll be cruising down the highway in style and comfort. The exterior of this Fleetwood is just as impressive as the mechanics. The custom paint job is absolutely stunning, and it's sure to turn heads wherever you go. The car is clean and neat inside and out, which is a testament to how well it's been maintained over the years. But here's the thing, this car isn't for everyone. The museum says it's for the automotive enthusiast, which means it might have some quirks or features that the average driver might not appreciate. And with a missing title, you'll have to do some extra legwork to get it registered and on the road. But if you're a true car lover who appreciates the history and craftsmanship of classic American automobiles, then this 1971 Cadillac Fleetwood is a must-see. It's a rare opportunity to own a piece of automotive history that's been carefully curated by the San Diego Automotive Museum. And here's the best part. With such low mileage and a clean bill of health, this Fleetwood is sure to be a reliable and enjoyable ride for years to come. You won't have to worry about sinking a ton of money into repairs or maintenance, which means you can spend more time enjoying the open road and less time in the shop. So if you're in the market for a classic car that's got style, substance, and a whole lot of character, then this 1971 Cadillac Fleetwood is the one for you. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to own a piece of American automotive history. Head on down to the San Diego Automotive Museum and take this beauty for a spin. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. 18. We've got a real treat for you. A 1979 Chevrolet Nova that's up for grabs on Craigslist for just $4,750. And let me tell you, this car is a real gem. First off, can we just take a moment to appreciate the fact that this Nova is a true California car? That means no rust, which is a huge plus for any classic car. And with only 92,857 miles on the odometer, this baby has plenty of life left in it. Under the hood, you'll find a reliable 6-cylinder engine that runs like a top. The seller says it runs great, and with regular maintenance, it should keep running strong for years to come. And with an automatic transmission, you won't have to worry about shifting gears while you're cruising down the highway. The exterior of this Nova has been treated to an older repaint in a stunning orange color that's sure to turn heads wherever you go. And with 4 original Chevy hubcaps and newer tires, this car looks just as good as it runs. Inside, the interior is in good condition, with no major wear or tear to speak of. It's clear that the previous owner took good care of this car, and it shows in every detail. But here's the best part. This Nova comes from the estate of LOL, which means it's got a bit of history behind it. You'll be owning a piece of automotive history that's been well preserved and cherished by its previous owner, and with a clean title and a price tag of just $4,750, this Nova is an absolute steal. You won't find many classic cars in this good of condition for such a low price. So if you're in the market for a vintage ride that won't break the bank, this is the one for you. Of course, as with any used car purchase, it's always a good idea to get a professional inspection before you buy. But if everything checks out, you could be the proud owner of a classic American car that's sure to turn heads and start conversations wherever you go. So what are you waiting for? Head on over to Craigslist and check out this 1979 Chevrolet Nova for yourself. And if you're lucky enough to snag it, be prepared for all the compliments and admiration you'll get from fellow car enthusiasts. Trust me, this car is a real winner. 19. Get ready to feast your eyes on this incredible 1951 Chevrolet-style liner 2-door hot rod that's currently up for grabs on Craigslist for just $15,000. This baby is a true masterpiece of American muscle and ingenuity, and it's ready to tear up the streets. First off, let's talk about what's under the hood. This hot rod is powered by a small block engine that's paired with an automatic transmission, which means you'll have plenty of power and speed at your fingertips. And with a Camaro subframe and rear end, you know this thing is built to handle all that power and then some. But that's not all. The seller has gone above and beyond to make sure this hot rod is loaded with all the best features. We're talking power seats, a tilt hood, and a Hurst shifter that'll make you feel like a true racing legend. And with an Edelbrock carburetor and new wiring, you can trust that this baby will run like a dream. Now let's talk about the exterior. This style liner is a true head-turner, with its sleek yellow paint job that's sure to make jaws drop wherever you go. And with new windows, windshield, felt, and rubber, you'll be cruising in style and comfort. Inside, the interior is just as impressive as the exterior. The seller has added new gauges and a tilt column, so you'll always have a clear view of what's going on under the hood. And with power brakes, you'll have complete control over this beast of a machine. Now, I know what you might be thinking. With all these amazing features, there must be a catch. And you're right, there is one small issue. The odometer is currently broken, so the actual mileage is unknown. But let's be real, who cares about mileage when you've got a hot rod like this? This baby is all about the thrill of the ride, and with only 1,000 miles on the new parts, you know it's ready to go. So if you're a true hot rod enthusiast who appreciates the finer things in life, then this 1951 Chevrolet style liner is the car for you. It runs and drives like a dream. And with all the new parts and features, you'll be the envy of every gearhead in town. And here's the best part. With a clean title and a price tag of just $15,000, this hot rod is an absolute steal. You won't find many classic cars with this level of customization and performance for such a low price. So if you're in the market for a vintage ride that'll make your heart race, this is the one for you. So what are you waiting for? Head on over to Craigslist and check out this 1951 Chevrolet style liner for yourself. And if you're lucky enough to snag it, be prepared for all the compliments and admiration you'll get from fellow hot rod enthusiasts. Trust me, this car is a real winner. 20. Get ready to feast your eyes on this incredible 1979 Lincoln Continental Town Car that's currently up for grabs on Craigslist for just $12,000. This baby is a true masterpiece of American luxury and style, and it's in absolutely pristine condition. First off, let's talk about the specs. This Lincoln is powered by a smooth-running V8 engine that's paired with an automatic transmission, which means you'll have plenty of power and a silky smooth ride. And with only 58,320 miles on the odometer, this car is just getting started. But what really sets this Lincoln apart is its incredible condition. The seller says it's like new, and based on the pictures and description, I have to agree. The red paint job is absolutely stunning, with a depth and shine that'll make your jaw drop. And get this, the seller just spent $1,000 on a hand polishing and ceramic coat, so you know this baby is going to turn heads wherever you go. Inside, the interior is just as impressive as the exterior. The seller says it's very clean, with no stains or rips to be found, and with all the luxury features you'd expect from a Lincoln, like power windows, cruise control, and even a Cartier clock, you'll be riding in the lap of luxury. But here's the really amazing part. The seller is convinced that everything on this Lincoln is original. That's right, from the paint to the interior to the mechanical components, this car is a true time capsule. It's rare to find a classic car that's been so well preserved, and it's a testament to the quality and craftsmanship of Lincoln. Now, I know what you might be thinking. With a car this amazing, there must be a catch. And you're right, there are a couple of small issues to note. The seller mentioned some paint chips on the front, which is to be expected with any classic car, but they've provided pictures so you can judge for yourself. And of course, with any used car, there's always the possibility of unexpected repairs down the line. But here's the thing. The seller is so confident in this Lincoln that they say they wouldn't hesitate to drive it cross-country. That's a bold statement. But based on the maintenance history and the overall condition of the car, I believe it. This baby is ready to hit the road and turn heads wherever it goes. And here's the best part. The seller is only asking $12,000 for this incredible piece of automotive history. When you consider the rarity, the condition, and the luxury features, that's an absolute steal. You won't find many classic cars of this caliber for such a reasonable price, so if you're in the market for a vintage ride that'll make you feel like royalty, this is the one for you. So what are you waiting for? Head on over to Craigslist and check out this 1979 Lincoln Continental Town Car for yourself. And if you're lucky enough to snag it, be prepared for all the compliments and admiration you'll get from fellow classic car enthusiasts.